Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aret254. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for the support and the immense subscribing you've shown on my channel. Right now we are at 642 subscribers, and I'm so grateful to you guys. So today guys, I came up with another interesting video kama kawaida about what is cheaper between building with your bricks and building with the machine cut stones, or the other ones, the blocks. I hope you enjoy this video, because I've seen people saying, I want such a house like yours, but I just want it, I will build it with blocks. So I decided, let me make the work easier. Let's see what is cheaper between building with blocks and building with machine cut stones, and also building with bricks. So guys, from what I know, apparently building with the bricks is a little bit cheaper compared to building with the blocks, more because for one brick it's around 7 shillings, and for a block you buy one block at, like, 4 hours. When we were building our house, we bought one block at 65 Kenyan shillings. So we spent roughly 120,000 buying blocks. But for bricks, the only difference is that when you're building with bricks, you'll have to buy more. If you're using 3,000 blocks for a 3-bedroom house, you'll have to use around 5,000 bricks for a 3-bedroom house, or 4,500 roughly. So that is the only difference. But I find these houses very similar and very beautiful. Both of them are very beautiful. We can't say this one is smarter than this, because if a house is already at this stage, you won't even know if it was built with bricks or if it was built with blocks. There is no difference when you get to the plastering stage. So for example, look at this house was built with bricks, and this other one was built with blocks. Both of them are done with plastering. Now tell the difference between building with bricks and building with blocks. No difference roughly, because all of them are just the same. Some people say that building with bricks, building your house with bricks, makes the house weak. It can fall off very fast, but I don't think it's the same, because from very afar, building with blocks has not been there. Kwanzia kitambo, when we were schooling, our schools were built with bricks and they are still there. So you can't tell someone that building with bricks is bad. You understand? Because, okay, let me show you bricks. These are bricks, and these here are blocks. The only difference is the size, but the mechanical strength is the same. The building is the same. So long as the building is just plastered and got to the finishing point, I don't see a problem with that, because everything is just one and the same. You can't even differentiate. The only problem is when it comes to, when you are building with bricks, you get to spend less than when you are building with blocks. So I could advise someone, if you are building, ensure you build according to your budget. If you don't have that much money that you need, ensure you build with the bricks so that you save some cash. And as you all know, building, when you want to build, those are the most essential parts of building. You need to ensure that you have cement, you have ballast for the ring beam, you have the ring beam, you have sand and other things that you will need when you want to start building. But for stones, that is generally the biggest part. You need stones. Either you'll take it's either you will take the bricks or you will take the stones. Unajua, like when you're staying, for example, in the cities like in Nairobi, you'll buy a stone for 45, 30, 35. But when you're staying somewhere like in our place, that is in Western, you'll need money for transport, and that money will be included in your buying price. So you'll get maybe you've spent around you've spent around 80 shillings or 65 shillings buying building materials, and that is where the expenses come. So when you feel like you have lesser money than you need, and you feel like you can't manage buying blocks, just call someone at home, let them make bricks for you, because I feel like uh, using bricks is more cheaper than as compared to blocks. That is just my idea, because for one brick you'll spend around 7 shillings or 8 shillings depending on where you are, but for a block it's just 60, 65, 75 or 80. That is what we need, and that is where we learn how to budget, because if you need to build a house, you also want to build a big house, so you don't want to buy blocks with all the money that you have, then uanze kusema because nyumba yako imegwama mtu ameniroga or something like that. Nothing like that is happening. It's just that you didn't plan yourself and you didn't decide what you want, because I feel like you must plan before you start building. So that is why I'm telling you, choose what you can afford. Don't go for something you can't afford, like blocks, because blocks, obviously it's expensive. You'll spend around 120,000 for blocks, and for bricks you'll spend around 80,000. You understand? So that is why I feel bricks are less expensive as compared to blocks, and that is why I'm telling you, go for what you can afford. Okay guys, okay, then I think when you get to the lintel for blocks, you'll have to use around 2 layers or 3 depending on your location. So you understand, plain places take lesser than compared to high places. So when you're building with the blocks, you'll have 2 layers after the lintel, and with the bricks you'll have around 4 or 5. Now you understand. I hope you understand what I'm trying to mean. I hope we're together. Kindly consider subscribing if you haven't, and turn on the notification bell, so anytime I post a video, you are among my first viewers. I love you so much, guys. Then guys, when you also get to the lintel, understand that you'll need some ring beams, the metals that huwa zinawekwa hapo juu. Unajua those things are so expensive, it will cost you a lot. For us, for our house, it costed us around 23 to 25,000 Kenyan shillings just purchasing it. Then the fundi charged us somehow for that, but it costs a lot. So you actually need that when you get to the lintel. Actually, I don't feel like building with bricks and building with blocks is just one and the same thing. The only difference is this house will require lesser blocks and this one will require lesser bricks. I mean more of bricks. So I feel like it's just one and the same thing. You don't need to despise people that are building with bricks, saying hizi nyumba zitaharibika haraka and all that. You just have to build according to your need. Yeah, and also build something that you look at in the next 20-30 years and say, wow, I did it. Build something that unajua you don't predict the future. Build something that can accommodate each and every person, because you don't want to have visitors, maybe a wedding at your home, and you're struggling for everything. So you build something that will accommodate every person around, even if it's your kids, your grandkids, everyone. Build something that will accommodate each and every person, so that you don't feel the urge to build something else, because building is so expensive and it requires a lot. It requires a lot of money. And another thing that I will advise you guys, don't look at the money, don't look at anything you're spending, just look at the future. Yeah, concentrate on the future, because you won't know how that house might be useful to you, or each and every person. But as I compare all those things, I feel like it's just one and the same things. There is nothing different about them, because when you get to the plastering stage, that is where you will understand that everything is just one and the same. There is no difference between building with bricks or building with the blocks or building with the ones that zinaundwa with the dust and sand and cement. There is no difference. The only difference is that one is cheaper than the other. One is cheaper compared to the other. That is the only difference that we have. So guys, what I'm telling you is that if you feel like you are affording bricks, do that. Do it. Go for that. If you feel like you afford blocks, go for that too. Don't follow anyone. Don't follow what anyone else is doing. Just do you. Guys, it's raining, so if you don't get me, kindly bear with me because it's raining. I'm just trying to get a video for you guys. Okay guys, yeah, then I think those are the most important parts that I've touched. I don't think it's so expensive building. The only unajua expenses hukuja at the finishing part. This other part, walling, sijui nini, it's not expensive. Expenses come after you've built and you want to finish your house. Then you are like, what am I supposed to do? And the expenses of finishing is just the same for a brick house and for a block house. Look at this house here and tell me, these expenses, the house was built with bricks, but it looks so good. You can't even tell if it's bricks or blocks because the person has spent on the finishing part. So that is why I'm telling you guys, the finishing part is more important as compared to the foundation and the walling. Yes, walling is essential, but the finishing part, I feel it's more important when it comes to building your house. So guys, that is what I'm trying to tell you. Try as hard as you can, so that at least you know what you want and go with something that is in your needs, in your budget. Go with something that is in your budget, guys. That is all I can tell you, because I just wanted to touch up some points, because people have been saying brick houses are not good. They are so good. When we were kids, tukienda shule and all that, we used to admire what other people had. And back in the days, we didn't have machine cut stones. Where will you get them? Where? We didn't have them. What we had was the other ones with bricks, and that is what we used. That is what we used in doing our houses. And I used to admire what other people were doing, because they looked so beautiful. Hizi vitu za the other machine cut stones, they just started not so long ago. When I left home, then I started admiring other houses and looking like them. Oh wow, so these houses exist, because they were so beautiful and I didn't know. That is why I'm telling you, it's just one and the same thing. Kwanza, brick houses tend to be more beautiful as compared to the other ones, because now they have many ways of styling them and designing them. So if you are going for that, it depends with what you like. So just know that if you're going for a brick house, obviously you'll have to buy more bricks as compared to the person who is going for a stone house. That is the only difference. But the other things, they're just one and the same things. If it's spending on electricity piping, you will too spend. If it's spending on water, you will spend. If it's spending on plastering, windows like this, you will spend. Doors, you will spend. Kwanza, doors and windows cost a lot. For our house, we haven't started. We've just put the windows, but the other things we haven't done anything on them, because I don't have the money yet, but I believe we'll get it and we'll do what's necessary when the right time comes. Mimi huwa sijipei pressure because I understand God's timing is the best. So if we are not able to do it right now, I know we'll be able to do it when the time comes. Maisha ni pole pole. Learn to take things slow. Don't rush, and always believe in God for everything that you need, because that is the only weapon we have. Yeah. Then what else should I tell you guys? I think I've said everything. I've touched on every point concerning building with bricks and building with blocks. So don't despise. All of them are one and the same thing, and that the place that you'll know it's just one and the same thing, it's on the finishing part, because everything is just the same. The difference is just building with blocks and building with bricks, but the other things, they're just the same. Then with the lintel, you'll just spend the same amount of money. The ring beam, you'll just spend the same amount of money. Then when it comes to cement, you'll buy, like when you're building with the blocks, you'll need around 50 bags of cement. And when you're building with I'm talking about a 3-bedroom house. Then when you're building with the bricks, you will need around 70 bags. You see, the difference is not much, because that is cement, because you use a lot of cement on the bricks than on the blocks. Yeah guys, I think that is the only difference between all those. And I feel like a house is beautiful as compared to the design and as compared to the painting and the plastering. That is the only thing that makes a house beautiful: your design, your painting, and your plastering. So don't give yourself pressure. Go for what you can afford and go for what you can manage and pay for. Usifike pahali ukwame, then you will start saying, I didn't have the money, I didn't have something, what am I supposed to do? Don't get to that point. Go for something you can afford, and I know you'll make it. So I think that, guys, with that, I think we've just come to the end of the video. I love you so much, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching my videos. If you haven't subscribed, kindly consider subscribing to my channel and press on the notification bell, so anytime I post a video, you are among my first notification. Gang, and please give the video a thumbs up, comment, like, and share my videos to each and every person, and tell a friend to subscribe. I love you so much, guys. That has been our video today. Until next time, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful evening, and have a wonderful night, depending on when you're watching this video. I love you so much, guys. Until next time, bye.